Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. Today, let me start by saying something, and that is, I'm just a very ordinary person like everybody else, making an effort to understand what is right and what is true in life. In other words, seeking the truth about our existence. My friends, whenever I learn something good through my own life experiences or from others, I like to share it with you. Why? Because the intent is to make our lives better and more meaningful. My friends, today I want to talk about something very important, and that is, all of us go through hard times in life. Sometimes extremely tough times. My friends, sometimes problems feel so hard that we feel like we can't handle them. They make us feel tired, sad, and even hopeless. That is why I want to share a few simple thoughts with you, which I hope would be helpful to handle such situations going forward. So let's begin. My friends, life is not a straight line. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes sad. Just like the waves in the sea, rising and falling, our life too goes through ups and downs. But this is not random. It's how Allah has designed life. He uses challenges to purify us, just as fire is used to purify gold. So when we go through some difficult challenges or pains, it is not without purpose. It is, in fact, a blessing in disguise, sent by Allah with perfect wisdom. My friends, in chapter 2 of Quran, verse 155, Allah says, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives, and fruits. But give good news to the patient." My friends, now I am going to share 4 steps, 4 points, which if we understand really well, would help us to face the most difficult situations in life with dignity and honor. So here are those points. Point number 1. Allah knows everything about our situation, about your situation. My friends, not a single tear, sigh, or pain is hidden from Him. If you lose this belief, life becomes confusing and hopeless. My friends, Allah says in Quran in chapter 89 verse 14, "Surely your Lord is ever watchful." My friends, to reach this point where we realize that my Allah, my Creator, is watching me all the time, we will have to work to develop faith in Him. We will talk about that some other time, but let's continue with the second step now. My friends, the second point is, Allah is all-wise. Nothing He does is without purpose. This means that everything He does in this universe is based on His perfect wisdom. My friends, every difficulty has a reason, even if we don't see it yet. Let's look at chapter 2 verse 216, which will help us to understand this point. Allah says, "Perhaps you dislike something and it is good for you. And perhaps you like something and it is bad for you. And Allah knows while you do not know." My friends, as I said while talking about point number 1, we will have to reach a particular level of faith in Allah to understand these things. So anyway, let's move to point number 3. My friends, Allah is the most merciful, always and forever. His mercy is not just for those who are good, but for everyone at all times, because He is the creator of all creations. Now just imagine, how is it possible that the Creator would leave the believer alone? That is simply not possible, my friends. Allah says in Quran, in chapter 7, verse 156, "Indeed, my mercy encompasses all things." The point to understand is that how can a merciful God, Creator, put us in a situation which can destroy us? It cannot happen this way, my friends, because He is Rahman and Rahim. My friends, these 3 points, if we understand them correctly and consciously, then you can imagine we would be able to go through any situation in life with dignity and honor. But let me also mention one more point, which is very relevant to the topic we are discussing, and that is, Allah never burdens us beyond our capacity. My friends, whatever hardship we face, it's within our strength to handle. My friends, how is it possible that our Creator puts us in a situation which is beyond our capacity? That is simply unimaginable and impossible. My friends, even we don't do that in this life. We always give responsibilities to people according to their capacity. Then how can our Creator, the Creator of the universe, of everything, can do that to us? That is simply impossible. My friends, the points I have shared, they can only bring us peace if we develop faith in Allah. I mean strong faith. Without developing a real connection with Him, how can we understand this wisdom, the wisdom given to us by our God in Quran? Therefore, we will have to seek Him sincerely and consciously so that we become truly His abd, His man. My friends, this is the key to our life. If we succeed in developing a strong and conscious connection with our Creator, that is what will enable us to go through all times in this life. My friends, let me make one more point before closing. When we are healthy and happy, do we truly thank Allah? Often not. But when problems come, we complain. That's not how gratitude works. If we were thankful during good days, we would have the strength and patience to trust Allah during hard times as well, knowing that both come from His perfect wisdom. My friends, Allah says in chapter 14, verse 7, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor." My friends, I hope we have learned some very important things today. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.